Canai smile.
Very canai.
And Jennifer, of course, is the daughter of Cheryl Miller, and she was raised by her stepfather, Kenny Landry, while growing up. You know Kenny over at Sterling Dodge and the Dodge dealership here in Annapolis, and Jeep, Dodge and Jeep. And let's see, Jonathan's parents are David and Sherry Dunbar. He's a grandson of Anna Lee and Mr. Alonzo Dunbar, people well known in the area. And there's a little bit of story. It's always a little story I have.
Welcome back, yes, hello.
The story with this little couple is they came up to me and told me hello when we were walking out of a hotel on Canal Street during the BCS game. And I didn't take a picture. She came up, introduced, told me who she was, the whole 9 yards. Didn't take a picture. And she met with Vicky. Actually, Vicky took a picture of, this is actually pictures that Vicky took and sent them to me, and then I sent them to you. Or you took them from me, whatever way we want to talk about it.
We did it. It worked.
The story is that she was real sweet over at the steamboat. You talked about the workers working fast and all of that. She worked there for quite a while. Yes, that's where I first met her. And thanks for the story.
There we go.
Now we got another one. Let's show a couple more pictures.
Oh yeah, let's go to this one.
Yep. This is Stephanie and Benny Kirk. Now, the story about Stephanie is she worked here at the Daily World, and she came to my outdoor kitchen for functions with our photographer, Freddie Herpin, on a few occasions. And I could see when I walked in, Jude and I walked into in Pineville to the McDonald's restaurant to get a quick bite. We had come for an errand, and then I'll have to tell somebody hello at the same time. We went in there, and I could tell this lady knew me, but she didn't say anything. And they walked out, and then Benny came back, and he says, "My wife thinks that you are Bobby Dupre." And I said, "Well, I am Bobby Dupre," and I had noticed that she wanted to tell me hello. So she came back, and we took a picture, and we reminisced a little bit. Then we had just gone over to McElroy Metal Service Center, and that's in Pineville. We needed some metal screws, and of course they were very helpful. And I'm speaking of Lacey and Earlene, two of the employees there. Very friendly. We chose the ones we wanted. She brought us back into where everything was stacked up neatly and all of that. And I just have to say how polite and friendly and professional they were. Well, we had gone to another store looking for them, Fastenal in Pineville. And when we walked in, the young man greeted us. "The computer's down, we can't help you." Just dry like that. Said, "Well, we're looking for a screw like this." So he walked over there. Well, they didn't have what we wanted. And we said, "Do you know where McElroy Metal Service Center is?" Nope. Didn't have any reaction. In other words, he could have gone to the phone book or his computer and looked it up for us. That would have been the friendly. In other words, I'm trying to talk to everybody out there that works or gets service. You like a friendly service, and we got both. We got the terrible one, and we got the great one.
It makes the good one look even better.
It makes them look better. But anyhow, got the little story. I just had to pass it on.
And how about this photo?
Oh, this photo here, that is Alvin and Mary Johnson at the Best Western Hotel Restaurant in Winfield, Louisiana. And that was Jude, Ray Bello, and myself having dinner. And this couple here, he just had a big old smile, and I talked with him a few bit. I said, I got to get a picture with them. And Alvin and Mary actually live in Natchitoches, Louisiana, but they were out for dinner. And he is a retired Army veteran, and his cap says that he was in the Gulf War. And real friendly couple. Well, you can see the smile right there. And this is a Friday night having dinner at the track after the races. And this is Poon Arsenault. Poon's been around racehorses practically all of his life.
As long as I remember.
And that's correct. That's where I met him. And he's still there. Now his specialty, he has a specialty, and that's breaking 2-year-olds. And that is not something that many trainers want to do. They just, it's a specialty, the patience, and he has that. And he rides them himself. He breaks them himself. So he kind of knows some inside right away.
His sister used to work with us over at the office, right? They call her Cynthia, but we called her Susie.
That's correct. That's around the office. You're correct. I forgot about that.
I got a good memory.
Boom. Okay, now there's, and this lady, this lady here was walking out of the Evangeline Downs. She was waiting for her car at valet parking.
Yes,
Miss Sebastine Fontenot from Eunice, Louisiana, and she watches the Bobby Dupre show. Good morning to you. And Miss Sit, she says they call her her little nickname. And then this couple here was Saturday morning paying my bill at the Palace Cafe. And this couple walks up to me, and he introduces himself, William, and his wife is Heather Sashry. I said, Sashry? He said, yeah. He said, I'm pretty sure you knew my daddy. Well, he knew I knew his daddy. And it was the late Tom Sashry, carpenter around Opelousas, very handyman carpenter, very talented, I might add. And Heather says, and I know you know my grandma and grandpa, Don and Mary Alice LeBlanc.
Worked
and of
with
course,
us for a long time, too.
She worked for us, and Don and I, when we graduated from high school, we both went to work at Mud Supply Company. His brother, Roy LeBlanc, was our boss on the yard there.
Very good.
And of course, that was Tracy Barstow's daddy had gotten us those jobs. And you commented about something about
well,
this.
I was trying to remember. I'm wondering which one of the kids.
The handwriting.
Oh, the handwriting too.
The handwriting is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Heather, you could make a living just teaching people how to write.
I don't know if it's the mama or the aunt, but Renee, Mary Alice's daughter Renee, wrote beautifully as well. So it's got to be. I would bet
practice.
You can see that
practice
family
makes perfect.
That family work.
Does that take care of most
that
of
took care of all our
notes?
photos, and I'm going to go with, how about Targill seasoning? If you're looking for spices, if you're trying to buy them loose, if you're trying to buy them already mixed together, for you to have like a seasoning mix, they'll do things with put your private label on it. If you're a restaurant or a grocery store, maybe you're just a business that wants to have your own seasoning supplies, they'll do that for you as well. But they're a kitchen supply and butcher supply place as well. They've got tape products, paper products, cutlery, containers. They've got casings, and they've got labels, kitchen supplies, market supplies, cleaning supplies, and also cake supplies. If you're a cake baker, they got that as well. That is Targill.
Whew, they got about everything over there. And you can look them up on the internet. Don't forget that.
Targill.com. You can look through all their stuff and get an idea what you want to order.
And you can order it right there on the internet.
You got it.
Don't ever forget that, because that's the fastest growing business in the world today is the internet.
I buy more and more of my products that way.
What about the Global House of Praise, Christian Refuge Center in Port Barre, Louisiana, on the old OG track?
On Pacific Street, but what we call the OG.
And we're talking about Reverend Bobby Gradney, who has really done a great job for his community there. And not just the community, spreads out pretty far.
Sure.
I think that church of his seats 700 people. That's a nice, big crowd, and he fills it up. This is Youth Under Construction is the name of it, and this is going to be held on July the 28th, beginning at 5 p.m. and July 29th at 9 a.m. So we'll come back, but we just want to put everybody on notice.
And it's free admission, so.
That's correct, and it's going to be speakers, rappers, door prize, and praise dances.
Excellent.
Big program plan. We'll stop right there.
There you go.
What else you have? Okay, the Daily Advertiser is running a little series on the Chaffalai attraction, and very interesting. They are covering the articles that pertain to tourism, and I guess the flood last year brought a lot of attention to the Chafalaya Basin. And that is interested people. And of course, you can go down and ride the tour boats. They have, I think, 2 different companies that have these tour boats attractions, and reality shows are made. The
Everybody's watching them, and they want to go see where all this area is.
That's correct.
You know, you go to all those places, McGee's Landing, and all up and down the levee.
McGee's Landing
right
has a nice. They have at least two tour boats to bring you around the basin there. And I tell you, if anybody has a boat to sell,
party barge?
No, not a party barge.
Airboat?
No, the kind you live in.
Oh, houseboat.
Houseboat, I'll get it out. Bobby, if y'all have a houseboat that's pretty nice, not too much money, I'd consider buying one. When I read these 2 articles here, I just had a feeling that it would be nice to spend 3 and 4 days at a time out there. Just quiet, instead of all this commotion I'm in all the time. I never stop, never get to stop, because if I go to stop, you buzz me, or somebody else buzz me, or I buzz somebody, and I travel here and I travel there. It would really be nice to slow down. Smell the roses.
You need that, and you need to get you a camp. You don't have any camps?
Oh, I've got camps. I got camps, but I don't use them enough. Maybe I'd use the houseboat for a couple of years.
I hope so.
You know, for a couple of years, maybe I would enjoy it. So there's got to be somebody out there listening that knows of one for sale. You got a prospect. You got a suspect right now.
Suspect.
A suspect.
and a suspect.
Well, I don't know.
You think you're a prospect too?
I'm a prospect
All right.
too.
Well, we're going to break right now because we've got the halfway of the show coming up. We want to thank everybody for watching the first half hour with us. We've got a lot of good stuff.
Sporting events we need to talk about. We need to talk about a lot of the things that's happening in the area. I've got a bunch. Look at what I have right here.
A lot. So,
I've got a whole bunch, and we need to get to work on the second half in just 3 minutes.